I really hope you enjoyed thrifting with me at a few different Goodwills in Seattle.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body trimmings for your neck.
In case you don't know who I am, my name is Becky Park, and I'm a part-time reseller on reselling platforms like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. And what I do is I like to go to different thrift stores and I like to buy items for as cheap as I can. Sometimes I do pay up, as you're about to see, but for as low of a cost as possible. And then I resell those items for as much money as I can on those various reselling platforms that I just stated. So if you enjoy seeing the kinds of things that I pick up to do that, then definitely make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I also do what sold videos. I also do a lot of like tips and tricks type videos for other people who are trying to make a side income or even a full-time income doing this. And if you enjoy thrift hauls or thrift with me type videos, I will link some playlists down in the description below as well, in case you're just in the mood to like binge watch and see what other kind of stuff I have picked up in the past. So, like I said, we are going to be going over the haul from 3 different stores, and I didn't get too much at each store. I definitely got the most at the very last store, but what I'm going to do is just kind of share with you which Goodwill I was at, if I can give you a rough estimate of how much I think I can list an item for, and if I don't know, what I'll do is while I'm editing, I will do the research and I'll put the information down here on the screen, so that way you at least have an idea of what certain brands are worth. So we're going to start with one of the Goodwills that was in the same town as my parents. It was actually like a 4-minute drive away. My parents live in Federal Way, and you know, it wasn't like the greatest Goodwill. They didn't have like the most amazing things, but I did find some decent stuff that I think I'll be able to resell for a good amount. I'll start with these 2 pieces here. This is a vest by the brand Mountain Hardwear. Mountain Hardwear is a really good outdoor brand. It's similar to, I would say, like Cool. Cool is Kuhl. It's similar to like Outdoor Research, those kinds of brands. You know, they can go for a good amount. I think that this vest here, it's got kind of like this faux fur or like kind of velvety front. And then this back is all kind of just completely solid. It kind of seems like it's probably moisture wicking and whatnot. But I think that this could probably go for, at the very least, $35. So I thought that was a good pickup, especially for $6.99. So I was pretty happy about that one. I do really enjoy picking up Mountain Hardwear because it is a really great brand to resell. This brand is not the best, but you know, I just wasn't having very much luck and I just wanted to come out with something. So that's not the best strategy while thrifting, by the way. The brand is Eliza J. It's a size 2, and by the way, the Mountain Hardwear piece I believe was an extra small, so definitely both, you know, pieces on the smaller side. But it is this halter neck dress. It's got like a halter tie, so it's got a high neck. It does have some padding on the inside, as you can see, and it is this beautiful, is it paisley print? It's not geometric, it's not paisley, it's not floral, but just kind of almost Asian inspired, it looks like. I don't know, but it's this print, like it kind of looks like what you see on like fine china, that sort of thing. And it also has kind of these contrasting stripes along the bust line and along the sides. But it's a beautiful maxi dress. It is lined. It's in great condition. It just kind of zips on the back, and there is some stretch fabric here just for a little bit of added comfort. I'm blanking right now on what this is called, but there's a name for this. And it has a back zipper closure. They wanted $6.99 for it. I recently just sold a dress by Eliza J on eBay for about $40. So I'll probably list this for about $50 and see what happens. I don't know, maybe 50 is too high, but we'll see. I did get 2 pairs of shoes at this Goodwill as well, but they both sold already because I listed them while I was in Seattle. One pair of shoes, it was a pair of Nike Kevin Durant, like Away 6'4", I don't remember, but they actually sold while I was in Seattle, which was my goal. And then I found my first ever pair of Hokas. There were actually 2 pairs of Hokas. One was in just like such rough condition. I was like, I don't feel comfortable. The pair that I did end up picking up also in very rough condition, because I've heard that Hoka's can sell even if they are just really roughed up, which these were, and they still sold for $50 on eBay. I did have to bring them back home with me, but they did sell. That was with free shipping. But man, Hoka's are a great brand, and I was really excited to find them. And they didn't charge very much. I think they charged like $6.99 or $8.99 or something like that for the Hoka's. The Kevin Durant's, I want to say, were $9.99. So those were good pickups, and they already sold. And then I did go back to this particular Goodwill on another day. And on that trip, I just got two things. And I kind of like took you thrifting with me in my Instagram stories. And these were kind of basically the only two things that people said I should pick up. So I did. So the first thing was this pair of Keens. These do really well for me. I usually list them around like $35, $40. The only annoying thing that I, of course, forgot to check and did not realize was that the size tag had come off. I keep telling myself with Keens, like, you have to make sure the size tag is there. You have to make sure the size tag is there. You can see where it used to be, that circle, but you can see that it has basically rubbed off, and it's not on the other one either. So I do have a good number of these kinds of Keens actually. So I'll just compare them like this against other ones that I have until I find a match. Hopefully I do. But that is pretty frustrating. I paid $5.99 for these, and like I said, they should hopefully sell for me within that $35 to $40 range. When we went to Seattle, basically every single member of my family was wearing Keens that look like this, because we did a lot of hiking, a lot of like mountainy type things, and those are just really great shoes if you're going to spend a lot of time outdoors. They're not like the cutest thing in the world, but they get the job done. And then the only other thing that I got while I went to that same Goodwill in Federal Way was this pair of Madewell jeans. These are the slim straight jeans. Well, that's cool. The size tag might not be on here. Jeans, it's okay because you can just measure and you can kind of tell buyers what they are just by, you know, having the waist measurements. I'm trying to see if the size is on the tag, but I don't see it either. So I'll just have to take measurements. These, they only wanted, let's see, $7.99 for. Madewell jeans typically sell for me within like that $35 to $50 range. Some styles you can get even more for, like $60 or something. These, I think it'll be probably more around like that $40 range, hopefully. And I was checking if it was a zip fly or a button fly. They are just a zip fly. I do feel like they're high rise, and they were in really great condition. They have a raw hem, which I really like. I thought it was a good pickup. Madewell jeans are one of my favorite things to sell. I've sold a lot of different styles, and for the most part, they all just do really, really well. So if you find some for good enough prices, I think they're definitely worth picking up. So the next Goodwill that we went to was in Kent. The Kent location has like the Goodwill outlet as well as just like a retail Goodwill store. So what we did was we went to both, and while we were inside the retail one, we really only got a handful of things, a lot of which are for me. So wasn't like, actually all of it, I think the majority of it was for me. We got one more item, but I ended up returning it the next day because it was ripped in the back. So everything you're about to see actually is for me. The first item is this Zella workout top. It's actually a kid's piece. It's like a kid's large, but because I am just so short, I can wear a kid's large. So this is mine. Super excited about that actually. And I'll be honest with you, this Goodwill marked their prices up like crazy, and it was set up really nice, but man, they really priced their stuff up. And of course, I forgot to tell you how much that is. Hold on. Okay, so they priced this at $9.99, which is way too much to purchase it if you're trying to resell it, because you'll get maybe $12, $15 for something like this, especially because it's Zella Kids. But given that it's for me, I could pay $10, it's fine. This next thing is also for me because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. It just says Hogwarts. I really like the colors. I thought that was really fun. And for this, they wanted $6, so I was happy to pay that. And then finally, I think I'll keep this for a while, and then maybe I'll try to resell it. I don't know, but I thought this was really cute. It just says Pearl Jam, and then it has like mountains. I want to think that that's Mount Rainier, and then it says Seattle, Washington. This was $9.99. It's not even like I'm even like a huge fan of Pearl Jam, because I'm not, but I don't even know if they're from Seattle, but I just thought it was a cool shirt. So that one is mine as well. And actually, I think I got these two pairs of shoes from this Goodwill as well. Yeah, I did. So I was really happy with this pair. This is a pair of like just slip-on shoes, you know, really basic. They have kind of like that perforated leather upper, but they're Vince. And I have sold a pair of Vince mules before that did really well. I feel like these won't do as well as those just because, you know, they're like a more casual shoe. These are in a size 6.5. And they wanted $6.99 for them, which I was like, okay, we can have $7 for these. I will probably list these around the $50 mark. We'll see, maybe a little higher, maybe a little bit lower, but I'm thinking $50. So I was super happy about that. They're a great like neutral color as well, just kind of like a taupey color. And then I also got these shoes at that Kent Goodwill. Again, you just kind of slip them on. The brand is Vionic. Vionic is a really great brand to be on the lookout for. It usually sells really well. I've heard that they're just super comfortable shoes and people do actively seek this brand out. So they wanted $7.99 for these and they're in really great condition. Like if you look at the bottom, the treads look great. And I think that this is going to be something that goes for probably around, I want to say $40. I think I'll probably list around 40. Again, I have not done research, so maybe if I find out that this is actually super sought after or something and, you know, worth a lot more, I'll let you know here. But I think probably around 40 on those. All right, so now we're going to move on to the stuff that I got at the last Goodwill that we went to. It was literally, I think, the night before we left Seattle, and we went to a town called Redmond, which is pretty up north, I believe, in Seattle, and it is bougie. Like, it's a great town. It's, you know, got great school districts. It's super expensive to live in, and this Goodwill had a better selection than I think any consignment store in my town. Like, there was hardly any like Target, I mean, it was just all really good stuff. The problem was they knew they had good stuff, so most of the stuff was marked up, but you're gonna see I found some goodies, and I did pay up for some things that I felt like were worth paying up for. So this is especially where I probably don't have great prices to give you, but I'll do my best. Okay, I have never heard of this brand, but I saw them and they looked really nice and beautiful and just well made. So I looked them up. The brand is Freda Salvador. So that's the brand name. And they're kind of these like woven slides. They wanted $19.97 for them, but I was like, hey, let me just look it up. Let me see what's going on here. These, I believe, retailed for over $200, $300. Something crazy like that. These were made in Spain. And so I did see a few comps. I can't remember now, obviously. And so what I'll do is I will put some information down here. But I did pick them up because they're basically brand new. If you look at the bottom, there is no wear except for the Sharpie that, you know, the Goodwill employees wrote in. And if you look at the uppers, I mean, these have not been worn. They're brand new. And so I thought I'd take a chance on them. It was really exciting to, you know, find a new brand, and we'll see what happens. So I'm planning on listing these really high. We'll see, but you'll just have to keep watching my channel to see if those ever sell or if I end up losing money on them or whatever. The next thing I found, this was literally like on my way out of the Goodwill. Like we were, you know, just kind of getting ready to get in line because the Goodwill was closing. And I saw these at the end of a rack and I grabbed them because they are Lululemon. And Lululemon shorts can sell for so much. They wanted $14.67 for these. They're a size 6 and I can probably sell them for at least $40, but maybe even higher. So there's that. I'm not good with Lululemon in terms of like knowing all the style names and stuff. I have no idea what this is called, but there's a great website called lulufanatics.com that you can go to and you can search by categories. So you can search just by shorts and you can see every pair of shorts that Lululemon ever made and find the model that you have in your hands, which is great because then what they do is they give you information about that style. You can see the style name, you can get stock photos. So it's a really great resource if you don't know about that. I was super stoked about that because I don't come across that much Lululemon. My husband found this. I thought it was a really cool piece. It's this vest and it is by Jeep. I don't remember off the top of my head if it's vintage or not. We did look it up. We did run comps. The one flaw would be that like on the leather here, the leather obviously is like pretty messed up, probably just from having gone through the wash. But I thought it was a really cool vest. It's got like all these pockets, and it's got, you know, just a really cool kind of like, I don't know, Jeep safari-ish type vibe. This was priced at $7.99, and it is a size extra large for men. So super stoked about that. I don't remember what the comps were, so I will put them right here. And then the rest of the stuff is shoes. You guys know I love selling shoes. They are my favorite thing to sell. So I will share with you what we got. Okay. These I was so scared about bringing home because, well, you'll see. I was scared that they would damage each other and that they would damage other shoes. And I see a little bit, but we did the best that we could. So this is the brand Schutz. I don't know how to pronounce it. You can find this brand at big retailers like Nordstrom, probably like Bloomingdale's and whatnot. It is a great shoe brand. I've had it a couple times, maybe not in the most desirable styles, like in kind of older styles. I think I've gotten 2 pairs of shoes from them in thredUP rescue boxes, but I thought these were really cool. So they're ankle booties. They've got like the stretch panel here, and they've got these gold studs. I just thought they were really nice. They are in great condition, as you can see. They've been worn, but not very many times. And these, let's see, they're a size 9. They wanted, how much for these? Remember, I did pay up on a lot of these, but they only wanted $9.99 for these. Now, the reason why I was so scared about bringing them home is because I didn't want to like press them up next to each other in the suitcase. In case you didn't know, we brought home all of our thrifted goods in this big, huge, like, what is it called? Like immigration suitcase. And I didn't want to have this pressing up against the other shoe, or even, you know, some of the other shoes that I got in this haul. So what I did was I wrapped each shoe individually in like a plastic bag and put a t-shirt in between them. By the way, if you wanted to check out my bins haul from this Seattle trip, then definitely check out this video right here, because I got some cool stuff at the bins as well. So these, I don't know how to price yet. I think probably close to like $100. So super excited about those. Still need to be very careful with them. Okay, so that gets rid of that bag. I'll show you another pair of boots. Oh my gosh. I did make an Instagram post about these boots because I thought they were so special. So, oh my gosh. If you could like feel them, they are so soft. So there's like, obviously like leather here. The kiltie here is leather. And also this panel of just such soft suede. Again, ankle boots with like a block heel. They've got a back zip. Brand spanking new, like have not been worn. These are another new to me brand. I think you can see it on the sole. Do you see? It says Pasolino. I think that's what it says. Pasolini. And I did do some research on the brand, obviously, because they were asking, I'm trying to find the price tag. I think they asked like $20 for these, but I gladly paid the $20 because when I looked up the brand, I was like, okay, this is legit. Like, these are really nicely made shoes. It is an Italian brand. These, I think, retail for over $300. And so I'm going to start high. There aren't a lot of listings for this brand at all, and a lot of them are not in the United States. And not only are there not a lot of listings for this brand, but there are none of this same exact shoe. So when I list something that there are no comps really, or there are none other listed like it, I just list high and see what happens. I'm the only one with that item listed. I get to call the shots in terms of how they should be priced. So I'm going to price them high. Like I said, probably like $200 or $250 because they are new. Again, I have to get the Sharpie off, and they're in perfect, pristine condition. They're beautiful. They are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I wish they were my size, but also I would be too scared to wear them because I would ruin them the very first day that I wore them. Like the first day that I wore them, there would be like a typhoon or something, and they would, yeah, it would be awful. They're a size 37, which I don't know why I'm not good at doing the conversion from like European sizing to American sizing. I'm just not. Is it a size 8, 7, 6. It's one of those. All right, moving on. I've got 4 more pairs of shoes to show you, and they're all really great. This is a pair of just like really cute flats. I do love the feminine detail with like the little knot on top and kind of the gentle like scallop detail along here. The brand is Jack Rogers. I have sold Jack Rogers a few times before. I don't find it very often where I live. And truth be told, you know, I think it is a really good brand, but it does sit for some time. It doesn't flip very quickly. And honestly, a lot of these shoes, like especially the names that, you know, I wasn't very familiar with, I do expect to sit on for quite some time, and I'm okay with that, especially because I'm going to be listing them for much higher. These, I don't know yet how much I'm going to list them for. I want to say off the cuff, like maybe around $50. They wanted $5.99 for these. I think they're beautiful. I basically consider gold a neutral color, and I think they're just darling, like a perfect addition to anyone's wardrobe. They are a size 6.5 and also in just amazing condition. I do think these have been worn, as you can see, but there aren't really any scuffs or nicks or anything like that in the leather. I see a couple little, like tiny little scuffs, so I guess that's a lie. There's a couple little scuffs, but they're so small. So very excited about those. This was my first time finding Allbirds. My friend G1 actually found some at a garage sale like last summer, but I never personally found them, so I was super happy. I think actually my husband found these. He was just walking down the shoe aisle and he just went boop, and he just, you know, grabbed them and threw them in the cart. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at you. So these, let's see how much they wanted. They wanted $6.99 for them. I haven't sold Allbirds, so I don't know how much they go for. I want to say like $30, $40, but I think they sell pretty quick, and they are a women's size 6. My sister-in-law tried them on, and she's like, they're so comfortable. And I was like, yeah, I think that's the point. And then the wool uppers you can throw in your laundry machine at home, and you can just wash them that way, which is really nice. So very excited about those. And then I did find these Sorel boots, these ankle boots. They are in wonderful condition. These were listed for $14.99. I don't know, you guys. These look pretty spanking new to me too. I feel like someone in this shoe size just donated all of their shoes that they had purchased and never worn. Like, they're in such amazing condition, which is why I paid the $15 for them. But I think I should be able to make at least $50, if not more, on these because they're in such good shape. Like, they are basically new. So these also a size 6. I really think that this person and, you know, the Allbirds and the Jack Rogers, I feel like they are one and the same. They are the same person that donated all these shoes. I actually had a couple other things, but I gave them to my mom because my mom loves to go through all the stuff that I thrift, and she always finds stuff that she wants to keep. She actually like tried these on like 8 different times, like was just hell-bent on making them fit because she thought they were so cute. But at the end of the day, they just weren't super comfortable on her because she does have wider feet. So they are mine to resell. I don't know. I feel like I could even get like 60, 75 for these. We shall see. And then the last thing I will share with you, I think this is my first time picking up this brand in shoes. The brand is Rag & Bone, which, to be honest with you, is kind of hit or miss. But again, like, just such great shape. To be honest, I don't think these are the cutest flats in the world. Like, I'm not a big fan of like this much space up on, I don't know. They're interesting, but they're in like a buttery soft leather. They're in this gorgeous, like, what color would you call this? Like kind of orangish brown. I don't know. They wanted $19.97 for them, but I did look up comps and it did seem worth it. I don't remember right now off the top of my head what comps were, so I will put them down here. And these are in a size 37 as well. So I really think that this, you know, these two belong to the same person. I think probably these and the Schutz boots as well. And I'm just so thankful that I happened to stop by that Goodwill in Redmond after we had dinner at this like all you can eat shabu shabu restaurant. It was amazing. And, you know, we just had like 30-45 minutes. We went there, we split up. My mom was really looking more for herself, but she went in the shoe section with me. My husband went to the men's section and kind of like watched the kids as they were looking through all the toys and stuff. It was so much fun. It's so much fun thrifting while you're on vacation because different regions of the country will carry different things depending on the people who live there. And again, just some of these brands I know I'll probably never find where I live. So it was really exciting to just come across new things and try different brands out, try different styles out, pay up for a few things and cross my fingers that they, pay off. But it was just a really good time. And it was really fun to go with my mom and my dad too, even though my dad lasted about 10 minutes. Okay, my dad is also Asian. He's also Korean, but he's like super into cowboy boots. So he found a pair of boots like within the first 5 minutes of being inside that thrift store. And then he basically went to go sit in the car because he was like, I'm done. I have a headache. That's what happens to him when he goes shopping. But I am very excited to list all this stuff. Hopefully, actually, especially with the shoes, hopefully all of these shoes are listed on all of my platforms by the time this video goes live. I'm hoping that that's the case. If not, whoopsies, ruh-roh, but we'll do what we can. That is it for this video. Again, like I said earlier, if you enjoy thrift hauls, then definitely make sure that you check out the link down in the description below for my thrift haul playlist, and I'll also link my Thrift With Me playlist. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.